we get started here, I wanted to ask a relative to come up. A relative that speaks from the local peoples of this land. As a native people, as indigenous peoples, it is common practice for us to give recognition and respect to the lands we travel to give respect to the homelands that we're visiting. That's how we live, that's how we practice. And so I'm going to ask my auntie to come on up here, Gabriel Tayak, to offer us some prayers and welcome. So give a round of applause for Gabriel.
Give you greetings and thanksgivings on this beautiful day when Mother Earth is doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. She's following her instructions, and so are we, because we're a part of her and we feel this sacred rain and this water rising as we are rising, as we're moving forward. We're Piscataway people, and that means where the waters blend, and this is your homeland and this is ours. And we welcome you here because you belong here and we belong here. And it's this energy, this concrete, this steel, this sidewalk that you feel, that is artificial, that is not real. What's real is the earth beneath our feet, the ones that we protect. We can say that we give you our blessings, but you are the blessing. You are the prayer. You are the action. You are the love. You are the justice. You are the movement that we feel in this wind today. We thank you for you at Standing Rock to have brought our people together. Not just to brought our people together from the north, the south, the east, the west, all in a circle, but you've brought our family together. Tayak people, we have Lakota Tayaks, we have Apache Tayaks, we have Tayaks from Central America, we have Tayaks that we've brought together in our family today, that we are united. We have Phil, Nietzsche, Sevi. On behalf of my uncle, Chief Billy Redwing Tayak, we welcome you. Let us move forward with the force of a hurricane, with the force of the wind, with the gentle rain, with the strong rain, with the Mother Earth's rivers. That's the blood that runs within us until we win, because we will win. We will win, because water is life. Miniwichoni, agua es vida. Adelante, onward.
Thank you. I'm gonna ask up a young, powerful voice to come on up. This young niece, her name's Takata Iron Eyes. Will you share with us a few words?
I just want to say thanks to everybody who came out. Being from Standing Rock and seeing this, it's like a rebirth. Seeing with everything that's happened at Standing Rock recently, it feels so good to see all of you out here. I just want to say that I'm so happy and proud to be here and being able to speak in front of you guys. And thanks to the Indigenous people who live here for letting us come onto their land. So we're here today because we want to make a statement that we are still here. That the fight in Standing Rock is still here. We do not want the Dakota Access Pipeline crossing our sacred burial sites. We don't want it ruining our children's future. I don't know if I'm going to have clean water in the next 5 years. And that's something no one should have to go through. I don't want to leave my homelands. That is why we are here. We are here to fight for the next generation, for the generations to come. And we are here to say that we resist and we rise.
Helena.
She's coming.
I'm very short.
Go for it.
Okay, thank you. Woo! All right, hi everybody. My name is Helena Wong. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I am here today representing the Asian contingent. Woo! While most of the people here are based in DC, we have been having national conversations about our participation here. We join this action in solidarity with Indigenous people's struggles to protect their homelands, environment, and future generations. As Asian communities who come to the U.S. as immigrants and refugees who have been forced to leave their homes due to war, imperialism, globalization that the U.S. military has played a heavy hand in, there are no more places for us to move to. We can't keep destroying the land that we live on, the neighborhoods we build, the places we call home and raise our families in, for the sake of corporate greed and profit. Asian communities also live in the U.S. in toxic environments, while many of our homelands are threatened by rising sea levels and extreme weather caused by climate change. We honor and recognize the leadership of Indigenous peoples, protecting the water, air, and land for generations to come. Indigenous rights mean climate justice, and all communities deserve to live without fear that their homes will be destroyed by environmental degradation or that their air or water will be polluted by corporations. We understand that our stories are linked together. The colonization of the United States by European settlers is rooted in the European conquest to look for trade routes to China and India. Their desire to reach Asia resulted in the genocide and colonization of Indigenous people here and the enslavement of Black people. We reflect on this history and know that even before our people knew each other, our histories have always been tied. As migrants and descendants of migrants, we reject simplistic narratives that erase the genocide of Indigenous peoples and the enslavement of Black people that enabled the creation of the so-called immigrant nation. We join Native Nations Rise organized to demand that Trump meets with Indigenous leaders as nations to nation, that he recognizes Indigenous sovereignty and rights. Our communities know what it's like to be consulted and not have our voices heard anyway. We support the demand of consent, not consultation, especially around the Dakota Access Pipeline and for all developments and projects that are on Indigenous lands. Yeah. We echoed the call from Indigenous leaders to their Native relatives from across this land to rise with them and call on the Asian community to join us in committee to solidarity with Indigenous struggles. I'm also here today representing It Takes Roots, a project of Climate Justice Alliance, Grassroots Justice Alliance, IEN, and the Right to the City Alliance. You'll see over back there a puppet of Berta Cáceres, a Lenca Indigenous woman leader who was assassinated in her own home a year ago for protecting her community's land and water and for speaking out against human rights abuses. I have a short statement from COPIN, also known as the Council of Popular and Indigenous Organizations of Honduras, which they've asked me to share here. From COPIN in Honduras, we ask you to remember the legacy of a compañera, Berta Cáceres, in the daily struggle. 1 year after her assassination, we call on the organizations and people of the United States to support and promote the Berta Cáceres Human Rights in Honduras Act. We cannot continue to allow U.S. taxpayers' money to finance the assassinations of social leaders like Berta Cáceres, who are murdered for defending the rights and territories of the Lenca people against the expropriation of companies. COPIN calls on organizations to follow in the footsteps of Berta Cáceres and to commit ourselves to the ongoing and sincere work of emancipating women as part of all of our struggles. There will be no victory until we topple patriarchy. So that was a statement from COPIN. As frontline communities who are constantly forced to bear the burden of environmental impacts and destruction, it's time for us to also be at the forefront of the solutions we need in the community. Just transition, renewable energy, a sustainable economy. We know how to live in balance with the earth and with each other, and we need the opportunity and the authority to do so. Just transition is about going from a dirty, extractive, exploitative economy and a way of life to a regenerative one. We have the power, the knowledge, the passion to make a better world. On behalf of the Asian contingent and It Takes Roots, we thank the water protectors for being in struggle with our communities, continuing opening your spaces and educating us and engaging us. And we pledge to be in solidarity with you, to see our struggles as inextricably linked, and we pledge to fight together. Water is life. Berta vive! Woo!
Check. All right, relatives, are you ready to get moving? Are you ready to get moving? Look around and look what we have. We are the storm because we brought the storm. Look above you, relatives. with us right now. We rise to protect our communities. We rise to protect our people. We rise to protect Mother Earth. That is what this is about. This movement to protect Indigenous rights. This movement to protect Indigenous rights is a movement to protect all relations, each and every one of us. So repeat after me. We will resist.
We will resist.
We will rise.
We will rise.
We will resist.
We will resist.
We will rise.
We will rise.
We will resist.
We will resist.
We will rise.
We will rise.
Water is life.
Water is life.
Make some noise. So we're going to be moving this way, in this direction. I'm going to let you know on our way to the White House. On our way to the White House, we're going to have a symbolic moment. We're going to stop in front of the Trump Hotel. So we'll be having a moment there in front of the Trump Hotel. We're going to stop the march at that point. So if you fall behind, please try to catch up in that space there and be respectful of that moment. So thank you very much. Are you ready to march? All right. Please make your way out to the street. We're going to start moving shortly, relatives. Thank you.